Quickly like the soldier. Quickly. Don't joke. Move, move. Quickly, quickly. Quickly like the soldier.
This footage from earlier this year shows a stunning military upset in the Democratic Republic of Congo. These men are well-trained foreign military contractors hired by the Congolese government. Surrounded by news cameras, they're being rounded up and kicked out of the country by the rebel group known as M23, seen here in uniform. M23 claims to be a grassroots rebellion fighting the government to secure the rights of Eastern Congo's Tutsi ethnic minority. In early 2025, they shocked the world by capturing Eastern Congo's largest cities. But once the cameras stopped rolling, the real power backing M23's surprise advance marched in to occupy the area. These are troops from the tiny neighboring country of Rwanda, identified by intelligence sources who spoke with NBC News. We uncovered evidence showing that Rwanda has armed, trained, and commanded the M23 movement and committed thousands of its own troops to the fight. Their clandestine war has given them control over a territory with some of the world's richest deposits of rare earth minerals used in cell phones, computer chips, and batteries. It's also killed thousands and displaced millions. Despite accusations from the UN and Western governments, Rwandan President Paul Kagame has carefully and repeatedly denied any role in the conflict.
This problem was not created by Rwanda and is not Rwanda's problem. It is Congo's problem. M23 are not Rwandans.
Does Rwanda currently have any troops at all in Eastern DRC?
I don't know.
NBC News exclusively obtained 3 years of confidential intelligence reports and surveillance footage. They were given to us by military contractors hired to provide intelligence for Congolese forces. Using additional incident reports from the Rwanda Defense Forces, or RDF, satellite imagery, and interviews with combatants, we were able to piece together an account of Rwanda's secret war. For the first time, we can see how Rwanda established field bases on Congolese soil, like this base, nearly 40 miles across the border, which was used to arm, train, and command M23 allies. The leaked footage also shows how the RDF flooded eastern Congo with heavy weaponry, including guided mortars, heavy machine guns, missile launchers, and even armored air defense systems. They established a network of trenches and fortified positions for Rwandan soldiers to directly engage in the fighting. The contractors we spoke to estimated that Rwanda's deployment in eastern Congo has grown to more than 5,000 troops. A spokesperson for the Rwandan government declined to respond to our questions, but said Rwanda acts in defense of its borders and has no territorial ambitions in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Along the way, there have been cracks in Rwanda's covert war. In May 2022, Congolese forces claimed to have captured 2 Rwandan soldiers on Congolese soil. Rwanda denied this, claiming the soldiers were kidnapped across the border. But NBC obtained the Rwanda Defense Force's internal report on the incident, confirming these soldiers were captured while taking part in an M23 attack on a Congolese military barracks. The report recommends punishment for their commander, who allowed his soldiers to participate in the attack while wearing Rwandan military patches. To preserve secrecy, Rwanda began to equip M23 and their own troops with the same unidentifiable uniforms and gear, making it nearly impossible to tell them apart. To prevent the capture and identification of Rwandan weapon systems, they shuttled them back and forth across the border to Rwanda every night. The RDF removed the bodies of dead Rwandan soldiers from the battlefield, and when they couldn't, they stripped them of ID and insignia. Despite these measures, the mounting death toll is becoming increasingly difficult to hide. Using satellite imagery, we counted one by one the grave sites in this Rwandan military cemetery. Since 2021, the cemetery has grown by more than 900 graves. The largest increase occurred between late 2023 and early 2024. During this period, the Congolese military conducted a wave of drone attacks within their own borders. There were so many Rwandan casualties, they nearly lost the war. This strike from January 2024 took out an RDF base and ammunitions depot near the Congolese village of Kiwanja. The attack killed Rwandan officers who were training M23 recruits. A spokesperson for the government declined to answer our questions about Rwandan casualties, but said our reporting on their military cemetery has, quote, no basis in reality. NBC News spoke with a former member of the Rwandan military who lost friends, mentors, and family members in the conflict. Their funerals, he told us, were strictly monitored and controlled. Fearing retaliation from the government, he spoke to NBC on the condition of anonymity. He provided us with documents and corroborating sources to verify his account. To ensure his anonymity, we're reading from a transcript of his interview.
I have a family member. He's my cousin. He called me. He said the enemy is very dangerous here. He said we are very afraid. And he was shaking. You know, the voice was shaking. He died on December 31st, 2024. They bring you to the cemetery, they show you the coffin, then they bury, then you go home. After that, they follow up with the families, their conversations, if they're sharing what happened to them. They're supposed to stay silent.
For many Rwandans, grief is more powerful than fear. NBC News found and verified 91 examples of Rwandan families who defied authorities by posting funeral notices of relatives who died in eastern Congo.
When someone is dead, sometimes you have nothing left to fear. They have nothing to lose.
Nearly 4 years of conflict have taken their greatest toll on Congolese civilians. Millions have been forced to flee their homes to escape the fighting, often over and over again. And Rwandan attempts to hide their presence is only making matters worse. A leaked report from January 2024 shows how the RDF and M23 established this small fortified position, then kicked out the entire nearby village to maintain secrecy. Over the course of the war, many of the displaced found shelter in refugee camps around Goma, the region's largest city. But Goma is now occupied by M23 and Rwandan forces, and many are being displaced yet again. Satellite images show thousands of tents and temporary structures in one of these camps being completely dismantled. Western governments have known about Rwanda's involvement and have said so publicly. But still, Rwanda continues to receive international aid, and that includes military funding for its UN peacekeeping missions. Now Rwanda is at the table for US-brokered peace talks, despite never having officially admitted to taking part in the conflict.
It will also allow millions of displaced people to return to their homes, to safer communities, with new economic opportunities.
The US is promising speedy investment into eastern Congo's supplies of rare earth minerals. It's an attractive offer for President Kagame. Under the proposed deal, Rwanda would profit from this mineral investment and exit the conflict without accountability for its secret war.